person who does is Nick Miller.
Hello, there's a big contrast in the weather across the UK this afternoon, but I think the main talking point is the soaring, searing heat and humidity across the southeast and eastern England, where we expect some thunderstorms to develop later today. Here's Norwich a short time ago, hazy brightness not too far from 30 Celsius. Now already we're getting some showers moving into the southwest, some of these thundery. We've got outbreaks of rain across eastern Scotland where it is much cooler than it is elsewhere, temperatures struggling in the low teens. Now for southwest England this afternoon, that thicker cloud continuing to bring some showers. Some of those will be thundery and showers beginning to break out elsewhere into Wales. For Northern Ireland, it's areas of cloud and patchy rain, especially to the east, brightening up further west with that fresher feel to the weather that moves into the far northwest of Scotland with sunny spells. Elsewhere in Scotland, we keep a good deal of cloud, and down the eastern side, a drab afternoon here, just 12 degrees potentially with outbreaks of rain. Much warmer in northern England, though, with a scattering of sharp showers developing, but it's across eastern England and the southeast in the sunshine. Those temperatures have been soaring and somewhere may get to 33 this afternoon, making it the hottest day since that summer of 2006. It makes it very difficult, though, for the players at Wimbledon, with an increasing chance for showers later this afternoon into this evening, and some of those are expected to be thundery, and coverage continues across the BBC. So let's focus in on the southeast and eastern England through this evening and overnight. After the hot day, after the hot and humid day, we see these thundery downpours moving through. Now, widespread thunder and lightning, but I think there'll be a big variation in rainfall amounts from one place to the next. Further to the north and west, it'll be dry with clearing skies, a fresh feel to the weather, still quite warm and sticky, though, across the southeast, where even into the first part of tomorrow, there'll be some thundery showers around. We keep a fair amount of cloud, so much cloudier than today. The cloud across parts of northeast England and the Midlands producing some patchy rain. To the northwest, though, sunny spells and one or two showers. Temperatures are down, still quite warm in the southeast, but not as hot as today. And the cooler air winds out across all parts by Wednesday, so just down to 20 or 21 in the southeast. Plenty of fine weather around, just a few showers, especially to the northwest. And this quieter, cooler weather continues for the rest of the week. Thanks to high pressure, it'll be mainly dry, just a few showers in the northwest, and there will be some sunny spells.
How long does it take to change a nation? A single day?
He started to tell me about the history of Afghanistan. I said, stop, please, General. History begins today.
3 years.
We found once we got to the south that those objectives were wildly ambitious.
10 years. Or longer. The definitive guide to our decade in Afghanistan continues with Afghanistan, the Battle for Helmand, Wednesday at 9 on BBC Two.
Union leaders hold fresh talks with ministers 3 days ahead of planned strikes by public sector workers. The government's condemned the planned walkouts by teachers and civil servants over their pensions, but unions stand firm.
We are sorry about the disruption, but we think that ultimately we have to defend our pension scheme.
The International Criminal Court in The Hague has issued arrest warrants for Colonel Gaddafi and two of his closest allies. A major shake-up at the Ministry of Defence. It's aimed at tackling waste, red tape and rivalry between the armed forces. David Cameron announces deals worth £1.4 billion with China, but denies trade was being secured at the expense of human rights. In hot water, but they're delighted why engineers have drilled deep beneath the streets of Newcastle in a bid for a greener future.
And now at a baking hot Wimbledon, where Andy Murray is due on centre court for his fourth round match.
And later this hour, I'll have all the rest of the sports news as England's women footballers get ready to kick off their World Cup in Germany with an opener against Mexico.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the news at 1. Ministers and union leaders will hold fresh talks this lunchtime ahead of planned strikes by public sector workers on Thursday. Up to 750,000 teachers and civil servants are set to walk out in protest at plans to reform public sector pensions. Well, the strike will close schools and is likely to cause widespread disruption if it goes ahead. Unions are threatening more action in the autumn. Our political correspondent Ben Wright has more.
They're gearing up for the walkout. This morning, members of a civil service union were reminding workers about Thursday's strike. As many as 750,000 public sector employees could join the action, including thousands of teachers in England and Wales. Two big teaching unions voted to join the protest against the government's plan for public sector pensions.
Since February, we've been talking to them and we've been asking them to shift on the idea that we have to pay 50% more to work till 68 and that we get less in retirement from the RPI, CPI shift. They have to move on those three questions. So far, we haven't seen any sign of movement on any of them.
And what do you say to all those parents whose lives are going to be disrupted on Thursday because you're